And welcome everyone to today's professional season final stage day 2. Today we have the lower brackets finals, which will be streamed by all four of us. Rip, Aminet and Fujit, which stream is Coins. And we will be watching Loka versus Raid, and the winner of that game will be facing Endgame in the bracket final. The room is now open as well. Let's already join and ready up. As you can see, we have the 3 YouTubers already ready. Ready, excuse me. And if we have a look at the tournament itself, let's just have a look at the chart. So last time we had Legion jumping already into the grand finals. They will play tomorrow. That will be streamed on the Wargaming's official and RIP's YouTube channel. It played Raid first and kicked them down to the losers bracket, and then they beat Endgame. Endgame played against Loka and beat them and then lost to Legion. So now they are in the lower brackets final. And, oh no, wrong one. Now we will have this matchup right here, and whoever wins will face Endgame again. Now, Loka has played Endgame twice. Meaning once here where Endgame beat them, and once where Loka beat them. And Raid has played Endgame once and got stomped by them. So, gonna be an interesting day today. We have our teams ready, we have all 4 streamers ready. And yeah, I'm looking definitely forward to this one. We have about 3 minutes still to go. I hope the quality today is a bit better. I changed some stuff in the quality, so should be better than last time. And so that the people don't complain again. We will be watching this team face off today. And before we do that, let's have a look at the first match, or the first map of today's evening, which is Winter Malinovka. Now, we have seen this map a couple of times. We've seen it the last day as well. And we have seen some interesting maneuvers over A, especially some 1-1-3 pushes straight through the corner into the enemy spawn. We have seen some WZs and IS4 sit on, if you look at the red spawn, the TD position and shooting towards C and helping in the town area. We've seen Mouses fight around B, some Sheridans here and there, and you sometimes see a TD as well. And I'm looking forward to this. You sometimes see mediums, not that often on this map. And if you see one, it's usually a T22 medium, because it's probably the most well-rounded. But I'm expecting to see the old or the new meta now, IS4 with 1-1-3, maybe an FV, E5s, Mouses, a TD, and Sheridan. So let's have a look at how teams of Loka and Raid are going to be playing this. Loka already locked in here with 2 Mouses, 2 140s here, 2 IS4s, and 1 Sheridan from Ariana. So they are going with a bit more mobility here with those 140s. Usually only picked for exactly that trait, being quicker than both T22 and 62A. So they might go for a quick A or a quick C. And Raid here going with a double IS4, double 1-1-3, an STB, a Sheridan, and a 268. So definitely the firepower I'd give to Raid here, but the overall armor probably to Loka, just for the Mouses with their hit point pool. But I mean, given that they have 2 140s, that probably averages it out. I mean, Raid also has 2, like these 3 tanks here, 268 Sheridan STB, as well as the 140s and the Sheridan, all have around the same hit point pool, so I guess it averages that out. So Loka here should be on an advantage in hit points. But if they can't use the DPM of those 140s, if they get focused, this might end really badly here for them. Especially given that they have 2 113s, which basically are a heavy version of the 140. Similar DPM, more armor on those 113s, way higher damage per shot. 420 compared to 310 is quite a big difference. And so let's have a look at how Loka and Raid are gonna be playing this match. It's a best of 7, so whoever wins the first 4 matches. We're going on to map number 1, match number 1 here. Loka versus Raid. Both teams, of course, want to win this. Whoever loses today is out of this tournament and will therefore be 4th place. So both teams here definitely want to avoid going out already. And they do want to fight against endgame, of course, again. Let's get some air and have a look at how both teams are gonna play. Loka, as expected, has the HP advantage. Those 140C being very passive. Ariana there trying to spot a bit. JP, I think, doing some blind shots, as well as Karolek and the 140. And Raid here going for a more C and B approach. Those 113s in the Sheridan there. Toby already going towards C. Blaster here spotting both mouses from Loka. And Ariana here now pushing into A, trying to get that cap disadvantage down to as much of a minimum as possible. And Survivor here in his mouse has been spotted again, those 140s here. Oh. Who was that? That was S1K, the 268 there. Very good shot into the mouse. Drizzle here now very aggressive. Karolek is gonna see him. And he has to be careful in this 140. Guys, for definitely not a tank that you want to face with your 140 in hold down. But Baron here and Nico both giving a good amount of fire support. Drizzle here already taking a shot. But both mouses now already down to 2-5. So they both have taken from the 268. Really nice shots there from him. Ariana still around A, is gonna keep spotting over there. And Baron and Nico here are gonna go aggressive against Drizzle, who does not have the best fire support currently. Toby is now repositioning. Allison is pushing forward. Drizzle here is getting focused. And those mouses now are gonna be pushing in. Ariana here is gonna get pushed on by Toby and GAP, so he has to be careful. Nico here now getting focused. Allison taking more shots. Drizzle is now really low. Toby took his first shot. Ariana is now has been spotted. Drizzle is out. Hit points are still equal. And Toby is in A. Finblue now in B as well. Those mouses from Loka now have to push. They have to go in quick. Those 140s have to show their DPM. And Ariana here is gonna try to buy as much time as he can. But JP picking the kill off there. Gun advantage. Not given by any team yet. Both have lost one tank. Survivor here now pushing onto Finblue, who has kept B. C now been taken by the 140s here. Playmaker there trying to hold that off. Baron here taking some shots. Finblue now going very low. Allison coming from the side. Survivor is taking some more hits here. Finblue now out of the game. Hit points for 8. Gun advantage for Loka. Playmaker here is getting focused by those 140s. A lot of DPM on those mediums. Karolek now down to a 1-shot. Has to be careful not to die. Baron took a big shot from the 268. JP there giving good DPM support on the mouse. Allison there has spotted out Toby. And big damage into the 268. Good focus fire here from Loka. Not as good as from Raid here. Really not able to give that. Leaving so many tanks on low hit points here. Allison still alive. Baron here on 82 hit points. Nico now going in. He has the hit points. And he will get focused here. Blaster now is going to fall to Rico. And this seems to be Loka's game here. JP is looking to pick up Allison. Is able to do so. Nico now coming from the back together with Rico. They will be able to pick up the STV. Toby here has picked up Baron. And Karolek now looking to hold the back free here from Toby. Rico here able to survive, will get picked up by Toby. And they actually kill each other. First game here, going to Loka, just way better focus fire, right? Leaving a lot of hit points to low HP targets. They just left them alone. Baron there surviving with 82 hit points for quite a long time. Cadillac being low HP also for a while. And those mouses should have been ignored maybe. I would have done that at least. But nonetheless, great game by both teams. Loka there just being a tiny bit better with the focus. JP here and the 268 doing a good amount of damage. Top scores here, both 3k. And Baron and Nico here, as well as Rico, all scoring 3k as well. Good game here from Loka. And Raid wants to react to this. They definitely do not want to go out of this tournament this easily. And we do not see a lineup change here from Loka, going with the same people in the same tanks. Something you rarely see. And Raid now taking two mouses, triple 113 a Sheridan and an STB, so completely ignoring to go with any Ice Force. That's rare to ever see, that there's not even a single one. So, looking forward to this. Especially as one of these have definitely a good amount of DPM. And that STB from JP here, again, Toby and a Sheridan. And two mouses. So I think the hit points here are gonna go to Raid. But in terms of firepower, I think those 113s could outscore those 140s quite easily. But in the end, of course, it still depends on how the tanks are gonna be used here. Loka not changing any setup, are very happy with the result. And let's jump straight into game number 2, map number 1. Winter Malinovka here, Loka leading 1-0 in this best of 7 here currently. So let's have a look. And as expected, or unexpected actually, the HP is quite similar here, only 100 hit points apart. So there's no lead to be taken from that. And let's go get some air. And as we can see, this time Loka not going for A. And both Toby and JP are quite hard pressing there. Blind shot from Ariana nearly connecting. But still misses. Blaster here very aggressive. You rarely ever see those plays anymore. Together with the other 1-on-3s, they are pushing in those mouses, Finn Blue and Drizzle. Slowly gonna go towards the church. Blaster now has been spotted. And Ariana here taking a shot from Blaster as well. Has to be really careful with that. Survivor and Allison here will get seen by those 1-on-3s. Survivor here looking. S1K is taking some damage. And C has been kept now as well. Points for 8 currently. And not the best position here for Loka. They cornered themselves in quite a bit. Right here with a good defensive position. As this entire ridgeline here to work with. Those 1-1-3s here. 1 and B ramp. Those two mouses there holding the spawn with JP in the back and his STB. Toby now repositioning as well. But we do see a damaged gun here from S1K, so we'll have to look forward to, if you can hit his shots. Baron and Nico here being quite aggressive, have to be a bit careful there not to be seen, because they are isolated currently. Survivor and S1K here keep spotting each other. And not a lot so far is happening here. Toby now slowly repositioning. It seems to want to go back towards A here, together with the SDB. So we might see a maneuver. Also, Karolek here now grouping up with Ariana. Rico still backing up those mouses. Baron has been spotted now. And really not a lot happening. We see Toby here in a very aggressive position. He has to be careful not to get spotted. But he will see anything that comes toward him. So that is a very powerful position as well. Karolek now and Nico both together with Ariana. Allison spotted once again. And also Drizzle has been seen. Those Ice Falls now repositioning. Loka seems to preparing a push here. Grouping up with everything in the corner here. Those mouses are getting spotted again. Ariana slowly moving forward. He is gonna spot Blaster, and Blaster will spot everything. Together with Toby. Playmaker there holding in the back. Very passive. The mouses now from Loka are charging in as well. And Loka here very passive with their push. Those mouses may be a bit too early. Drizzle and Finblue here now. Slowly creeping forward as well. And so far not a lot happening here. Ariana now aggressive on Blaster. Not able to pen the rocket. Survivor now taking a bit of damage. Baron here now has been spotted. Nico has been spotted. Finblue here now taking some damage. Those mouses are gonna be clashing here. Drizzle and Survivor. And Allison and Finblue. Definitely not a good focus fight here by any of those mouses. Allison here gets tackled now from the side. Has to be very careful. Those 140s now from Loka are pushing in as well. Blaster and Playmaker here playing Nico and Baron. Allison is getting more and more damage into himself. Survivor here is taking more as well. Loka now is an A. Playmaker here getting very low. And the push comes onto these IS4s here. Playmaker very low on hit points. Playmaker is already out of the fight. Gun advantage here for Loka. Those 140s now gonna come up behind the 113s. And those mouses are still alive. JP finally able to pick up Allison, but Survivor able to kill Finblue here. Hit points now for Loka. Guns for Loka as well. Survivor here still alive and kicking. Points already running down. 10 more points for Loka, and if Survivor can survive this, he will win himself this game. Survivor here with a strong performance in his mouse, pushing onto Finblue, taking out Finblue as well, and basically securing the victory here. Raid with a bit of a slow reaction here, those 140s working out really well. Ariana here doing 0 damage, quite surprising for the winning team, has fired 6 times. Only hit 2 of those. Garlic here in his 140 doing a good amount of damage. But in the end they won by points. And Blaster here together with Drizzle top damage. Finblue, Toby and everyone else not really able to deliver much here. All on 1000 and less. And Loka already stealing themselves 1 map in total. So not looking good for Raid so far. If they lose this map as well, they are out of this tournament. And let's have a look at the next map here, which will be Alpenstadt. And we've mostly seen power plays over B and C, but I have been shown twice that teams can win if they play over A now, as we saw in the last stream. Very strong performance there. Don't quite remember which team it was, but I think it was EG versus Legion. And it was an interesting strategy. We see usually heavies here, E5s, 113s, IS4s, mouses, some Sheridans, maybe some mediums. We saw an E50M even. So let's just have a look. And Loka here is playing with 1 Sheridan, 1 mouse, 1 E100 here from Baron, triple IS4 and an E5. And Raid is going with a double mouse here, 1 113, double Sheridan and 268, as well as an E5 here from Playmaker. Looking forward to this. And let's head straight into map number 2, match number 3. Loka here leading 2-0 against Raid. Very strong performance so far from Loka. And Raid has to react now. They do have the firepower, but Loka definitely with the hit point advantage here, I'm pretty sure. And nearly 2000 here for Loka and an advantage. 2 Sheridans not doing good for your health pool in total. So let's have a look at how these teams are going to be playing it. We instantly see Karolek here. Going towards the medium side, Ariana is going to do a quick spot in the middle. And he might see Toby and JP here capping A. So they are quite safe. So Karolek is probably going to be spotting them. And is able to put his first shot in, but is taking one from the 268. Good awareness there. Ariana here looking to pick up a shot into the side of these Sheridans whilst they run away, and is able to do so. Really good shot. And Rico here down in the water currently. Baron a bit passive. And Allison here is gonna be encountering Blaster and Drizzle fairly soon. Raid here going with a very hard push into A. E5 now, the playmaker taking a big shot from the Sheridan. And Loka is prepared. Survivor there at C, quite far out of this fight. If Raid can utilize that, they will be in an advantage here. Allison up there as well with Baron, not looking too good. Those mouses finally spotted here from Ariana. Is going to take 2 shots here. And Karolek, Nico and Rico here both turning around. Wanna go on Blaster and Drizzle here. Baron not able to connect the shot. Allison now gonna come in as well. Push coming in now from Raid here. Finn Blue, Playmaker, JP and Toby. All gonna push up onto Karolek here, who has used its reactive armor. Drizzle is getting focused. Karolek is very low on hit points. He will die, no doubt about that. Nikodam missing a shot onto Drizzle. And this is looking very good for Raid so far. They are in a hit point deficit, but they do have the focus fire here. Nico now is the next target to get focused here. But Raid being a bit more passive now with their push than they should be now. Toby has taken a shot. Nico is now out of this. And Survivor here is sneaking around this flank. Is been spotted now. He's gonna push onto Playmaker here fairly soon. Blaster now taking more and more. JP is flanking over B, looking to pick up Ariana here. And Baron is gonna push in with his E100. Blaster is taking more. He will be the target to focus here. And Ariana there very low is now down to a 1 shot. Blaster here will be picked up by Allison. And it's looking really good so far for Loka. Gun disadvantage here by 1 tank. But Playmaker will die, so it is even again. Baron here is getting focused. Hit points now fairly even again. But just a gun advantage here for 8. With those 3 tanks, that Sheridan still alive there. Toby doing a good job. Rico here taking a shot with Finn Blue. Have to be careful there of that 268. He still has that alpha damage, no matter how many hit points he is on. And it's not a lot of DPM here really for Raid. Only really Finn Blue with his 113. JP is gonna go into C presumably. Rico here takes a max roll from the 268. Might get picked up here by Toby. Takes another shot here from Finn Blue. Focuses on the 268. Survivor here now coming in as well. Good shot from Allison. And he is now getting targeted here. Takes another big high roll here from the 268. 770 is nothing to laugh about. Rico here now going on to Finn Blue. Survivor putting one into Finn Blue. Hit points now for 8. And Rico here will get picked up by JP. Allison here now down to a 1 shot. It's now 2 Sheridans against 2 heavy tanks. Very slow heavy tanks at that. Survivor here trying to block JP from killing the mouse. Unable to do so. Misses his shot. And this seems to be Raid's game. They have now 2 caps. They have mobility. The Ice Sword does not have the DPM. And that push with those mouses being undetected for an extremely long time. Not looking too good here. Toby is gonna come from the side. Unspotted. And JP now just hiding here. Survivor is trying his best going into A. but I do not see how he could possibly win this game against two Sheridans. Toby there bouncing his rocket. Step A has been taken. But either they kill him or it is gonna be points here. But game is gonna go to Ray. There's no way that Survivor will win this. Misses, or not misses, but puts one more into Toby. And Survivor here now is a one shot. Looking to put out one more damaging shot here into Toby. And is not able to do so. And Raid wins their first match here on Alpenstadt. Really well played here from Raid. That push with those mouses not being detected. And just there were so many bounces from Loka here. Rico doing an amazing 4k damage. Really well played here. And Nico getting focused early, not able to do much. Counterleg as well, got pushed out aggressively. Finblue here as well, doing 5,000 in his 113. Stayed alive for super long, just able to farm and farm. Well played here from Ray. Definitely with the better strategy here. And that 268 just delivering high roll after high roll as well. And Loka now changing their lineup. They are taking two mouses and 268 here from Baron, double Sheridan and double E5. Whilst Raid is going with one mouse, triple 113, so again a lot of DPM, one IS4, one T22 medium and one Sheridan. So a lot of diversity here on the side of Raid. But I think the overall lineup is better for Raid as well. Because of those 113s with just a huge amount of DPM. Those 420 alpha shots every 7 to 8 seconds is just really hurting after a long time. Loka here a bit struggling. Saw a couple of bounce shots there from Baron in his E100 when the mouse started to push in. Probably one of the things that hold back this game here, but let's not ramble about the last game too much and jump straight into map number 2, match number 4. On this evening, Loka still leading 2-1 here in this best of 7. And it is looking like a very interesting lineup here. And this is really weird. Why am I on... Alright, this was just very interesting. I did not want to play here in this tournament. Hit points here quite even. A little bit in favor of Raid. Survivor here already going straight through the river. Loka here going straight into A with their Sheridans. JP has spotted this. And Loka is expecting this. This setup here, double E5, Baron in his 268 and Allison. All aiming towards C. This will be seen. Blaster here taking 2,000 hit points worth of damage. Huge play by Loka. Anticipating this perfectly. Survivor now on B. Cap has been taken here by Raid, but they just bleeded so much with that 113. Probably one of the best plays I've seen in this season. And it's now points for Loka. They have got an A. Ariana here is now being very aggressive. And JP doing a blind shot against the house. Playmaker here has been seen. Raid is rotating. But so is Loka. They are setting up here. Similar lineup to what Raid did to them last game. And Ariana here might spot this. Toby has been spotted. Really good spot there. Grizzle still in his mouse here, holding back the front. Allison here has spotted him. He takes a shot. Able to put one back straight into him. JP now has been spotted as well. Survivor here still holding. Raid is repositioning once again. They are looking to play over C as it seems. Allison here spotted once more. Loka has most of their tanks on A, so if they decide to push here, it is not gonna look good for Loka. Cadillac here now might spot those 1-1-3s. They peek up too high. He should have the angle for it. If Blue there just peeks a little bit too high, he will get spotted. Allison here now going a bit more aggressive as well. Has to be careful when falling back. Ariana here has been spotted by JP. Takes a shot from Toby as well. Bit of a misplay there. Have been slightly more careful, and Raid is dragging back their 1-1-3s once again. Allison here finding Drizzle. Able to put a free shot into him as well. Really good awareness there. Those E5s from Loka still just holding. They are expecting this push that Raid is preparing to happen here. JP is spotted. Both E5s missing their shot. Really unfortunate there. Loka going with these assumptions and just being right is really paying off for them. But those misses aren't too good. Cadillac is now in C, has been spotted. Allison pushing onto Drizzle. Survivor is in B as well. And Raid is pushing through the river once again with their 1-1-3s. Toby here taking quite a bit of damage from those E5s. But they will get focused here. Those 1-1-3s are gonna come in hard from all sides. Ariana here is getting focused as well. And those E5s will not survive the DPM of those 1-1-3s here. Virgil here is being focused. Nico is trying to run away from this. And it's being quite a lot of points here for Loka already. 900 points, and they might actually just win this here. Straight. Really strong performance by Loka. Did not notice this myself. I have to apologize for that. Really good crossfire here from Loka. Really good assumptions and anticipating of Raid's plan here. Pretty much pinpointing what their plan was for the entire time. Played on point, Survivor there pushing straight onto B. Cadillac taking C. And Allison here just fighting off Drizzle. Really well played by Loka. Just coming back from that last game. Really solid execution. And pretty much flawlessly, except for maybe those double E5 misses. Really well played. I absolutely love to see these interesting matches here. And we go straight to the possible last match map of this matchup here. As Loka is now on a match point. As it is a best of 4. They only need one more to win. And the map that we will see is Desert Sands. Mostly played over A. We have seen some pushes through the dip in the middle between A and B. With usually 1-1-3s, you might see some Ice Falls or Mouses doing that as well. So we're gonna see some mediums here. I expect maybe an STB E50Ms. E5 Sheridan, the usual tanks. So a lot of DPM here again and hold down. And this is exactly what we're getting. We're getting double Ice Fall, triple E5, and double 62A here from Loka. And Raid here delivering triple IS4, double E5, 1T22, and a Sheridan. So I would say the DPM here on side of Loka with those E5s and 62As. But the overall armor goes to Raid. And that's for sure. Let's just jump straight into map number 3, match number 5. Loka here leading 3-1. If they can win this match, they will face off against EG once again. And let's immediately get some air here. As we see Raid with a bit of a slow start. Drizzle here looking to spot what is up in the middle. Ariana here doing the same. Those E5 cross shots coming in a bit early. Ariana here missing its shot. Has to be careful not to get tagged by Playmaker there. And we already see some blind shots coming in here. Allison has been spotted. And so far these tanks here will only spot themselves. Loka now knows those are 3 tanks over there. And so that means it's just 4 in the desert. Meaning they have the tank advantage when it comes to the desert. And if they can use that knowledge to their advantage, they might win this right here, right now. Allison going straight into A. Raid being very passive about it. Kadolek moving in as well. Raid not deciding to move up. The 2 Ice Force here coming right in from Raid onto B into the dip. Baron here spotting that. Nico here shooting onto them as well with Allison. Drizzle here getting focus fire very early on. Allison here taking cross shots. The push comes in from Raid. And it's not looking too good for Loka right now. They have 2 tanks still in the desert. Allison is already out. Drizzle is out. And those E5s here are getting quite a lot of damage in. And it's Toby to take the next big amount of damage. Baron here is getting focused. S1K is getting focused as well. Nico here is gonna help out. Is not down to 100. Kadolek is down to 1000. Hit point advantage here for Loka. Guns are still equal. 5 tanks on both sides. And the T-22 medium here taking a huge amount. Is getting picked up here by Virgil. Very nice shot. Kadolek here is trying to hold on to dear life. Is getting picked up by Playmaker. Gun advantage here for Loka. Hit point advantage for Loka. I do not see how they can possibly lose this now. Good focus fire here onto Playmaker. Toby still alive. Has been left as well as this tank has no DPM. Finblue here is getting focused by everyone. And Van here trying to shield Survivor here from Finblue. Really nice overview from that player. Finblue and Survivor both now have been picked up. Blaster here. Probably the next target to get focused. Ariana here is looking to pick up Toby. And those E5s just wrecking through the hit points. Toby here has been picked off. And this is Loka's game. Right here not able to overcome the amazing focus fire that Loka has shown throughout this entire matchup. And Virgil here just ramming into Blaster for good measure, picking up the kill. With a very strong performance here from Loka. And it seems that we have our winner of this match. It is Loka. Nico here doing a huge amount together with Ariana and Virgil. All doing above 3k. Toby here not able to do anything. Has survived for quite a long time. And Blaster here doing quite a good damage as well. But just not enough for Raid to win this. And this has been their game. Really intense matchup here. We still have about 36 minutes left until the match of Endgame versus Loka will commence. And if you remember, Endgame has faced Loka 2 times already, losing 1 and winning 1 as well. As you remember, we have streamed this one with a very intense matchup going to the tiebreaker here. And I'm expecting to see another one of those once again. Endgame and Loka here on Middleburg, Faust, Port Bay, Rockfield, and then Fort Despair as the tiebreaker. So we will see that, but until that match is gonna happen, we have quite a long time to go actually. I did not prepare for that much. I have some replays ready, but I didn't think I'd need that much. Let me just start up the first and ask if I can get maybe 1 or 2. Yep. Alright, so the first game that we're going to be seeing here is the 30B. And he is playing on Rockfield here. The games that you are seeing right now are all replays that have been sent into my replay of the week, but did not quite manage to get into the closer circle of replays. So I will just show them now for good measure. And first off, we are gonna have a 30B here. And it is Oleska. I think I pronounced that wrong, but I hope it doesn't matter too much. And lineup is looking pretty okay. He seems to be running a calibrated shells here on his 30B. There's quite a lot of HE in as well. 12 is maybe a bit too much even for this tank. Doesn't have the best HE pen, but he seems to have his reason. And anyone here pushing straight in. And good focus here on that K91, who is focusing down onto his lever hut. He is changing targets here. Smart decision, as the K91 is reloading anyway. Using auto aim here. He's gonna shoot the K91 again. Bounced an unnecessary shot there on the side of the K91. Blocking the 704 as well. And he is able to put that shot in. Really well aimed there. Using heat, you can pen that shot quite easily. Takes one there from the 50B. Has not paid too much attention on the minimap, because that tank has been spotted for a couple of seconds already. E1 here is coming in as well. Bounces that shot there. Aimed a bit too low for that shell to penetrate. And is playing very passively so far here. Scores now 1-2. Looking to put one into the E1. Is able to do so. 2.4k damage already done. Gonna put another one into the E1. And he keeps blocking the 704 here. Maybe not intentional, but it does not help as a team player. Takes one there from the OPTA. And his team keeps getting behind in score here. It's now 2-4. Probably looking to pick up this Leo PTA here. Is able to do so on the move as well. Grill now the next target of his choice. Smart focusing here, as the Grill is alone. You better want to take those targets that do not have support. And he definitely has a mobility advantage, as the Grill has no fully traversable turret. Has the HE loaded as well, and is gonna push in from the side here. There is an E100 spotted, so that is quite interesting, but it doesn't seem to be moving. So this might be an AFK player here. Shouldn't auto aim on the side of a Grill with HE. Bit of a misplay there. FV there missing him just by a small margin. Figure here just trying to hunt him down. Puts a good shot in, but unnecessary shot taken there. Has to push in now before the Grill is reloaded. Decides to go for the APCR here, probably the smarter choice, and has to shoot HE now. Is good awareness there on that FV, who is looking to pick him up. So really well played by him there. Grill misses a shot, stays behind the rock. And I like that actually, that he saw that FV, that he tried to use that rock as cover. And now it's just the 100 left, who presumably is AFK here. And that is the case. So he will be happy farming here into the lower plate with APCR. No problem there whatsoever. Puts in another one. Probably wants to get as much damage as he can here. Trying to block that 704 just a slightly bit more. Yep. Really wants that damage, very hungry for it. Puts one more in. Ice 4 coming from the back. Yep. It's just farming at this point. The Ice 4 not actually shooting here. Probably would have to turn on the chat. And I accidentally left the game. But it seems that he was able to farm all of that E100. I'm guessing that they let him have that, so it's probably why the Ice 4 didn't shoot. 7.8k damage, basically just farmed all of that on the E100 at the end, or 2.7 of that. But still, I'm taking that out. That would have been 5.1k damage. Pretty good result. So yeah, good game here, but not quite enough for my management to want to have this in the inner circle of replays. Next up we have Loka here in E100 game. A player that I think I've seen in the stream chat as well, so greetings to you. Duotone, I believe is how you pronounce that one. He is as well playing on Rockfield in his E100. Solid ammo loadout, good enough HE, he's using extra armor, hit points, double food and fuel, he has adrenaline with double repair kit. I like this already. Is taking calibrated shells in his E100. Something you could argue about, but I think it's sensible. And he is gonna be a bit slow here to the battlefield, but you can't expect an E100 to be quick to begin with. And he's looking to be at the shoulder part here. Maybe not the best spot for an E100, given that you need to angle your turret quite actively. And this is hold down. So maybe a bit risky here, but let's see how he can play this out. 62 already bounced his first. He is waiting here, of course, for the reload. Pushing over. And the enemy team seems to be quite passive here. Pushing straight in now from behind. Ignoring that tank destroy for now. Great HE there into the back of that 57 heavy. Good awareness. Definitely worth taking one shot there from the waffle actually, not the grill. Is angling up now on that 120. Took a shot there. Puts one straight into the track wheel. Really nicely aimed there. 62A now, trying to do some trouble. And there is the Ice Fool. He's gonna angle his turret here. Bounces the heat. Really good angling. I mean, he's from Loka, so he definitely must know how to angle an E100. Really good snipe there onto the weak spot of the Ice Fool. Really well done. Misses the shot there on whatever he was shooting at. Puts one again with heat. Good ammo decision here. Definitely can't complain. He's still angling really well here. Actually takes a shot. Not sure how that one panned, given that he pretty much was on the perfect angle. And bounces his returning shot. Team not doing too well. It's 2-3 currently a score. Excuse me. Has 2 one-shots in his team. One one-shot in his team. Scores now 2-4. 68 is able to pick up that waffle and an unfortunate track shot, making him miss his shot. Has loaded HE as well for an easier time here against that 62A. And is trying to use his surrounding as cover. Is loading the HE. Was a smart thing to do here. Picks up that 62A. 3 tanks left. And is now on a 1v3. And all of those tanks can be one-shotted. Especially the grill if he rolls high enough. Good shot there into the Ice Fool. Straight into the side. Over-angled by quite a bit. Now it's just the 5120 and the grill. Definitely has to prioritize that 50. As he can clip him. And there is the grill. Is a one-shot target if he high rolls. Average damage of that 150mm is only 960, so he must get a high roll in order to kill him. Does not get it, actually low rolls here. Grill misses its shot, and he's already angling up I'm expecting that 50 to come from the side. Is right with that assumption. And is trying to angle on both directions here. Not sure which target to take first. I would go for the AMX, personally. As you can take one from both tanks, but the AMX has the autoloader, of course. And all three tanks here are struggling. Girl a bit too passive, so he pushes onto the AMX. Picks him up, immediately turning in. Girl is gonna bounce. Good angling here from this player on the E100. Definitely knows how to use this tank. Is loading the HE, maybe unnecessary. Switches to AP. And picks up his 4th kill, finishing this 1v3 off here. Really well played. Definitely a good game. 5.3k damage here, gets the Kolobanov. Steel wall as well for his perfect angling. Nothing I can complain about here, his ammo choice as well, very good. Bounced some shots, but the E100 gun is not the most accurate, so definitely that can happen. Let's just make sure that we still have enough time. We got 24 minutes still to. So I'm gonna give you one more replay here from Ripper for You. Definitely a player that you should know if you are watching this channel for a bit. Definitely a really strong player. And has been shown multiple times in some replays on this channel here. Always performs really well. Loves this E4. Definitely is a great tank that you do not want to underestimate, especially if you have a strong player like Ripper in it. And he definitely knows how to use them. Oops, sorry, misclicked there. So we see Ripper here on Vineyards. Not a good map for tank destroyers, such as an E4, because it does not have too much gun depression. And being quite huge as well, he can't hide on too many places. So let's see how he can use the disadvantaged map in his favor. Already aiming up on that AMX. Is gonna hit that, of course. Not gonna move here. Might be a bit concerned of getting spotted. He has seen that projectile there. From Vibes, definitely a good plan. Loads the HE. Beautiful HE there into that projectile. Bit of a low roll as well though. And it's just holding here in the middle for now. 268 there has seen him. He's gonna aim in as well. Onto the side. Fends the shot. Has been spotted here, so he definitely has to be careful with how he maneuvers his tank. P30 has been picked up already. He is waiting for the next target to get spotted. And so far, not a lot has happened yet. He has picked up 3 shots of damage already, but not a lot of movement. Really good reaction shot there on that Conqueror. Nice max roll from him. And is gonna turn as well now. Wants to, of course, help his M103 as much as he can. Was delivering some big shots into the enemy. Score is now 1-2. Sheridan has been picked up. There's the Kong, there's the 268. M103 has been taken care of. Now he's holding this flank pretty much on his own. Good shot there into the 268, making him a 1-shot. But is been spotted as well. There's a Sheridan behind that he could get shot from. He has to be careful. There comes the projectile. He's gonna load the APCR here. Didn't want to bounce on the trollish upper plate that the projectile has. Good shot. I would have maybe loaded HE, would have done the job as well. Gets a snapshot here from the conch. Maybe a bit overly aggressive there. And still holding here. He's looking for that 268. Wants to pick him up. And then deal with the Conqueror. Not able to spot him. So he is turning around, of course, a sensible thing to do. Great snapshot there into the cupola of the Conk. Definitely a hard thing to pen, that cupola. Can be quite trollish. He's gonna push down there to try to avoid the 268. I think he hit that rock. Bit of an unfortunate shot there. And now it's a 1v4. And it's not an easy thing to do with a tank that doesn't have a fully traversable turret, but the E4 definitely can manage such things. Conk is a possible one-shot. 268, as we know, is a one-shot, as well as that Sheridan there. And the VKB is, I think, two-shot. He is looking for that Sheridan. Is able to pick him up. Good target decision here. Going for that one-shot. Conk here puts one straight into him. VK is also a one-shot. He does see that 268. Yes, he does. Wants to pick him up. Not able to have enough gun depression. Goes for the VK. Really good decision to go for that instead of Conk, because he was a safe one-shot with his VK. And he could have hidden behind the house again. And the Conk can't. Picks up that 268. Conk here way too passive. And is now down to 1v1 from that 1v4. Already on 4. On plus 6k damage now with his E4. Is loading the HE. The Conk is too slow. Pens one shot, but he does not have the reload. And will get picked up here by Ripper in his E4. 6.6k damage, 5 kills. Really strong performance in this 1v4. Can't complain. Really well played, 1.6k base XP as well. Only missed one shot. Just really well played. Every game for let me just download this really quickly. Probably seen this player as well if you watched a lot of replays on its Naruto. Playing together in a platoon with OG Project. And he's playing as VKK here, definitely not a tank you see too often. And he does run the real fighter camo. On Winter Malinovka here is Frank. He is definitely a touch player, so look out for those shots. If you say that PC is always better, you're definitely wrong. Puts a big shot there into that Death Star immediately. Together with OG. Double tapping him 4000. Hitting that unknown arrow straight into the face. And he is flanking here. Not sure why he used his adrenaline, a bit unnecessary. In fact. Looking for a shot there on those Germans. Puts one straight into the Leopard. And is gonna go through the cap. I would have maybe tried to go around it. But given that there's no one on his flank. Can't be ignored. OG that takes a Death Star shot. Probably not what he wanted. But is able to pick him up. And it is looking good so far. 2-1 is the score. OG is quite low hit points. Naruto still full HP. And they are gonna have the enemy team in a crossfire here in a very short movement. There's also a lot of 8 targets that can be achieved by the VK. In fact, all except that E100. Good snapshot there into the door plate. Is angling up. Shell absorbed here actually by the 113 tracks. Nice track shot here as well. Uses adrenaline. Is gonna go for the Leopard. With his max roll there, really nice. And is trying to shield a little bit for his platoon mate here. but not quite as much as he could have. Puts an HE into the grill for 900. And OG is able to trade himself with the Leopard, so good thing that he's out, otherwise Nato would be in a lot of trouble here. And picks up the grill, two-shotting him with HE. Now the next offender here is approaching. Now it's the 50B's turn to try and take down this German behemoth. Bounces 2 shots already with APCR. Is showing us back here, not too smart when you noticing. Shows a big 900 HE. Is getting penned already up to 5400 damage, still full HP. I think he could take on another 3 tanks just pushing onto him. The 50B here basically has given up. Now coming in with the HE is aiming for the weak side armor. 940 damage. And this game is over. That's pretty good farming here from Nato. 6.3k damage. 1.4k block. Bit unfortunate there for his platoon mate. But nothing he can do. And a pretty good result here. 8 shots. Basically doing an average of 800 damage per shot. Really good target priority here. And yeah, just an excellent game. And one of the more underrated or bad tier 10 tanks, if you want to call it that. And we still have 13 minutes. Quite surprised about that. So let me see if I can maybe organize one more game for you. Want to keep you provided with content, of course, so I'm gonna see if I can get another game for you. Right, we got a 263 game on Canal. And let's just have a look how this one is gonna turn out. And now definitely not a map known to play well for tanks without a gun depression. And it's Duty Awesome. Playing with 2 tier 9s here. So definitely blessed, a little bit at least, by the matchmaker. As you don't want too many tier 9s usually, as it gives you more damage that you can do. And I'm not quite sure where he's gonna go here, but I'm assuming he will play it aggressively. With his 263 here. And go straight onto the medium flank. Interesting ammo loadout as well. 10 HE, not quite sure why you would carry that much in a tank with such a low caliber, even if it is a TD. And he goes straight up the ridgeline here, actually decides to snipe with his 268 at 263. Excuse me. But this is a spot that you can use that is also being used in high level tournaments, such as the spring season. I've seen this spot been used before, sometimes by Sheridan, sometimes by a grill. I think we've even seen a 268 up here, but I could be mistaken. Good shot down to the KPF. Good amount of lead. Not a lot has happened so far. It's a 57 heavy there. A bit of a pain hiding behind that rock the entire time. That 54 there has seen would load the HE here. He has enough. AP could have definitely bounced as he was kind of shooting upper plate turret region, and the 263 doesn't have exactly the best amount of pen. Looking to make a blind shot here, common TD spot, so that could have been a hit. We will have to wait and see in the post-game stats. 7 heavy here, puts a good shot in, max roll as well, meaning that he actually did hit the blind shot, as missing a shot or bouncing stops your max roll queue. And if you saw the pop-up on the side, it said 1500, so he did hit something blind. I do not know if he realized that. As you can see now, the the damage here and the damage that pops up here is not the same anymore. There's a grill, nice shot into him, as you can see here. I'm just gonna highlight it again. 2.5 it says here, 2k it says here. That's 1 AP shot of damage, so he definitely hit something blind, probably the SV. There's the Jaeger. He definitely wasn't the one, as he's still full HP. And he should be a bit more aggressive now. He's playing a bit too careful. There is, in fact, an FV. First time spotted with less hit points than what he should have. So it's pretty safe to say that he did hit his blind shot in the 263. Sheridan, not quite sure where he is, might be AFK. Haven't actually seen him. He has to now be a bit more aggressive here if he wants to help out his team, as trying to get out 3 TDs out of one corner is a bit ridiculous, especially if you only try that from one flank. There's the grill, good third person shot. There's the Sheridan, and it seems that he's AFK or has been disconnected here. So he is loading the HE, side turret there, easy pen. Even for 263 is gonna ram him as well for a little bit of extra damage. Would probably just ram into him back and forth. He decides not to do so. Puts one more HE in and actually was able to avoid a shot from the FV there. I don't know if you saw it, but he did hit this post here. Misses his shot. Could actually just rush in at this point. The FV definitely not full. Bounced one as well. Probably now on a reload. Now he is. Definitely not an experienced player, as he just used a consumable that doesn't help him. Nice HE there. Would have probably not risked it, but he does not have HE protection. Puts one more AP into him. Probably gonna get the Yak here as well. Yep. And a good result for this map. Definitely did not expect this game to be played this way. Gets 5 kills. Gets 6.2k damage as well. 1.5k basic speed. Quite surprising for the amount that he sniped. And yep, he did hit him blind. He did get him full damage. So we were indeed correct. And let's just have a look for how much longer we will have to wait here. It's just another 6 minutes of the game. Loka versus Endgame here. This will be their third matchup in this one tournament. One in the group stage, one in the final stage. Endgame has kicked down Loka to the losers bracket. So will be interesting to see how this game is gonna be turning out. Just gonna wait for. Don't really think I can show another replay, that would be too risky. Budget currently streaming the lower bracket for coins. Another coin stream tomorrow will be Aminet, the grand final. So definitely look forward to that. I won't be streaming that. So Do not expect me to. Yeah, but I'm waiting at anything. Game was over a bit earlier than expected. Get a room invite as well. Here it is. Very nice. And we are in. We are now gonna be watching Local versus Endgame, their third matchup in this one spring national tournament. It is a best of 9 today, so whoever gets first to 5 wins will bring this one home. And got about 4 minutes to go, so let's just have a look how both of these teams have played in the past, maybe, and what maps specific they played on. So the first time we had Endgame versus Loka, they played on Middleburg, which we're gonna see now. Canal, Dynasty's Pearl, and Faust. Endgame able to snag up one victory. Not quite sure which game this. I think it was Middleburg. And then they saw themselves again last stream on Canal once again. Castilla, New Bay, and Mason Runes. So the only time they really gonna see each other once again from before will be Middleburg. So it's definitely gonna be an interesting lineup here. Let's have a look at the map that we're gonna be playing. Looks like this from above. You have the A cap and the B cap usually taken early unless the full team commits to C. That means going up with all their tanks, including the heavies. But we've seen quite some interesting full heavy tank strategies here. As an example, I think it was Imor going with 5 mouses and 2 E100s. Yeah. So Ice Force again. We might see some 215Bs here in terms of going towards C. Gardens, obviously, we might see some mediums. Definitely the Ice 4 as usual, maybe a mouse or 2. And you could even see a tank destroyer, but that's rarely ever taken on this map. So let's have a look at these teams. Lineups, and we have Loka with 2 Sharidans, quadruple 1 from IS4 and 1 mouse here from Allison. And endgame going with double IS4, double Sheridan, 1 E5 and 1 FV here from RG. So definitely more on the mobile, medium and DPM kind of side for endgame here. Not relying on too much armor, but definitely not neglecting it entirely. And Loka here going with full armor, basically. Currently thinking of how they're gonna be playing this map. Assuming we're gonna see double Sheridan go up, probably gonna spot C. Maybe we're gonna see Allison going towards B and capping that, and maybe a push from Ice Force straight towards A. Whilst I'm assuming endgame is going up, at least most of this lineup is showcasing that. Yeah, I'm actually not quite sure. And they could also just put a big trap, go maybe into the corner behind A with that E5, with that F3, maybe rush up with those Sheridan 140. That would definitely work. That's why you usually take a one for mobility. So let's see how Winch is able to use that to the advantage of endgame here, or if Loka is gonna pursue. This is basically a tiebreaker matchup for both teams here, as both have won once. So they want to both win another time, of course, to face off against Legion in the finals. And let's jump straight into game number 1 on map number 1 here, Middleburg. And have a look and see for ourselves. HP is definitely in favor of Loka in this one, as endgame is going with more mobility. You definitely are losing out on that, and it's about 2000 HP difference. And look at here. With their 4 IS4s, is going up with everything. Surprisingly. Some blind shots here, straight into the spawn. General took one. What a good blind shot. Winch there nearly took one as well from Allison. Those heavies here, really good shots. Only one connecting there onto General, but it still can make a difference. Spessy here has been spotted out by Kadolek. And all of EG is going up. Points are gonna go towards them as well, as they have capped A. Rocket here from Spessy, not quite able to penetrate Survivor. And pretty much everything has been spotted that is up from Loka. Rashford has to be a bit more careful with his E5. Rocket there from Karolek has missed. Not quite sure where he aimed at, but it was probably a different map. Nicola there holding the middle. Winch currently looking towards the city, not knowing that Loka is committed up with everything they have. Nico now has been seen as well. Ariana he spotted. Rocket there from Spessy, nearly hit, but still missing in the long runs. Winch here is aiming up this one angle that someone might peek from. And they now have the information. General did receive a blind shot. Good rocket there onto Survivor, actually penetrating the turret. RG has been spotted now. Ariana here is now moving through the city, not spotted. So Winch can't use his position effectively. And look at what Loka is seeing here. That FV is in a really strong position. And Ariana now has entered B. So they are looking to get some points as well. Rashford here just holding for now, trying to probably spot those heavies. Rocket coming in from Spessy, not able to do any damage other than to the track. And comes in another rocket. A bit too high there from Karolek. But I hear not doing a lot yet. Winch is still holding for A. And towards this position here. But no one there for now. Already 3 minutes gone, not a lot has happened. Nico and Rico now pushing on to C. Allison now coming in as well. So Loka is making the move here. Good rocket coming in from General and Kadolek. And Allison here is taking a bit more damage, has to be careful. But they have kept C. They are now retreating once again. And Ariana here went quite aggressively on A. Winch now pushing. We might find Ariana. Lego here has been spotted now as well. And Endgame has shot down Loka quite a bit. Ariana has been spotted. Winch is just hunting him down. Winch now in B. And Ariana has taken some damage. Has resetted Winch as well. And Spessy and General here have been spotted. Really careless play. to just drive out whilst being spotted. They now know that they are driving down. So push could happen here from Loka. Arlek now coming in again. Allison here is moving down. Nicola has spotted that. Lego here holding off. And here comes the push from Loka. They have seen that the two Sheridans are down. They are now in a tank advantage. Ariana is now up as well. Rashford is pulling back here. Is been tracked. Nico now taking quite a bit of damage. Allison taking some more. Nicola now taking even more. Winch is still in the city. Those two Sheridans are back up. Hit points are still quite similar. Nicola here taking more and more damage. And Survivor here now pushing straight in together with Baron. Rashford here is the target that wants to be taken care of. Survivor here very low on 60 hit points. Rashford is able to take care of him. And they are kind of ignoring Rashford here. And thanks to the kill on Survivor, this is Endgame's victory here. With a very strong performance. Didn't expect Endgame to win this. Especially after seeing those Sheridans. That was a really big misplay. Having those Sheridans draw down whilst being spotted by Baron and once even taking a shot. Gave the sign to Loka. They are outnumbered. Let's push straight in. Fortunately enough, the Sheridans were able to come back. Focus fire was just better for endgame and the position. As Rashford was able to go behind the rock. Lego was behind the rock. Nicola there. Had backup from Winch and those Sheridans. And it's just not quite working out here for Loka. And we see something very interesting from both teams. Double E4 on side of Loka. Together with triple Sheridan, one mouse, and one STB. And endgame here going with double Chieftain, double Sheridan, and triple Ice. We see one Chieftain. I'm not quite sure why you would want to choose a Chieftain. Alright, so endgame's finalized lineup is triple IS4, double Sheridan here, F-Jack taking a Chieftain, and Orca. Not sure. Maybe just changing the ammo loadout. Is sticking with an E5, so quite the weird pick. Those E4s, Chieftain. Things you don't really ever see in tournaments. Not sure what to think of this. Really not sure. I'm gonna have to be surprised at this point. I have not seen these tanks yet. Especially on this map. Chieftain is understandable. That has at least some gun depression. E4 doesn't have that. It can get circled easily as well. So I'm a bit confused on to why. We see E4s now, but I'm looking forward to it. Actually as well, let's turn on the chat. In case any of the teams are saying something. Get some air as well. And see what the strategy here is. Ariana is gonna go for an early spot. Does see Orca there in his E5, as well as Winch and Nicola. Edgar here as well. B is gonna get capped first. The two Sheridans of Loka now in A, and look at this. E4s here. They were made for this. Really good blind shot there into Winch. From Carlo like there. Definitely knows what he's doing. Baron here with his STB and Ariana. With his Sheridan. Spotted Edgar. Quite careless there to lose some hit points. Still a good HP lead here for endgame though. 2000. Those E4 is not providing a lot of hit points as well as those Sheridans. And Spessy here now. Still trying to spot and do some damage. Rocket coming in onto Baron. Not able to connect. As well as General here. And where is... It's back here, F. I wonder what the strategy behind the Chieftain is. I will probably have to go and ask that. Rocket coming in here from Virgil, not able to connect. And not a lot is happening so far. Survivor here going a bit and spotting the city. Winch still locked down there. Cannot get out of the city. Ariana is spotting that. But we got Edgar here who is now joining the group up top. Allison there still sitting in spawn. Not quite sure what the plan behind that is. Probably just a way for him not to committing too much onto one side. Here's a push happens. But it seems the push is coming from Loka first, and it seems to come through the city. Loka now dragging everything they have down the city. The E4s, the Sheridans here, the STB as well. Allison is gonna lead the charge here with his mouse. Probably with the plan to kill off everything in the city and take B. Nikolai here has been spotted by Ariana, who's still holding back, still showing presence. No wanting EG to suspect any push coming in. Bessie has been seen again. F has repositioned here. They might actually expect it. Edgar now coming down as well. Endgame seems to notice something. Edgar has been seen. Did not manage to spot Allison here. Winch has been spotted. Here comes Virgil and his Sheridan. Here comes Baron. And here comes everything that Loka has. The E4 is coming in. Winch, the first one to get targeted here. Survivor taking a couple of shots. Edgar taking some more as well. And here comes Allison. General, they're taking one from Ariana. And everything from Endgame is now pushing down the city. Allison here taking 1400 damage. Winch here down to a one shot. He's gonna get picked up by one of these E4s or the Sheridan. Allison has been taken care of. General takes one more. Winch is now out. And this is not looking good for endgame here. But Loka has bled quite a lot of hit points here. They don't have a lot, not a lot of armor either. Orca now coming in. Pushing onto Karolag. Takes some more damage. F here in his chieftain has done quite a bit of damage. Spessy now coming in as well. Onto Survivor. Points are ticking. Ariana has got Cap C. So they have to be careful here. Orca has been taken care of. Survivor is now dead. F is picking up Virgil. Spessy is now an A. And this is a turnaround here for endgame. Tank advantage, point advantage. Cap is now again taken care of. General is gonna get picked up here. And Baron is dead. And now it's just Ariana left. Good push here from Loka, but endgame just able to react insanely fast, getting down everything they have and taking care one by one of the targets. Focus fire there better from endgame, and then in the end winning on points. Really strong performance here from endgame, and it goes to Loka. At least the wish to win now, because it is a best of 9 going down the first map against your enemy. You still have a lot of games to play, but it's nothing you want because the morale is going down. They have that leap right now, they have the momentum, so you want to stop them, and it's now their turn to try to attempt that on Faust, a map that is featuring something that only a couple of maps have, which is 4 supremacy caps. And the highly wanted B and A are the hardest to take here. D and C usually gotten quite early, and usually that triangle of B, C and D is the one that is played around the most with. So I'm expecting the normal meta things here, so let's just have a look at the lineups of both teams. And Loka is taking some FVs, 3 in total. Going for triple FV 215B, double 140, double IS4, so a lot of DPM here with a decent amount of armor. And endgame going with triple IS4, double 113, 1 FV and an STB from Winch. So also some DPM here on the side of, it's actually they have both similar lineups. They both have some armor, some DPM, and some mobility, so it's not quite sure to put a distinct advantage to any team. But I think I would give it to endgame for the pure fact of them having the momentum. They have won 2 in a row. They are looking to win more. So I'm looking forward to how this one will be played. We haven't seen too many FVs now in this meta. So seeing 3 now in a row or 3 in one game from Loki definitely is gonna be interesting. And we do have an HP advantage here actually from endgame. Loka with those 2 140s definitely not in favor. And no Sheridan. Not a single Sheridan here on this match. And we see Edgar and Nicola here looking towards getting B. RG has been spotted, Baron has been spotted, Allison has been seen as well. And RG here actually already took his first bit of damage from Survivor. Those FV guns really accurate. And Vinci going to the corner, General and Orca holding for now. Nicola and Edgar here pushing both onto B. A has now been capped by Caroline. D has not been taken from Loka. So point advantage is going to go to endgame fairly quickly. And they are playing very aggressive here as well. And Vinci is taking one from Nico actually. B has now been capped. And they are taking some cross shots here. Ariana putting one into Nicola. Push coming in onto D from below, from above. General, Lego and Orca here. Putting some pressure onto Allison and Baron. But the trades are not going into their favor. D is gonna be capped here. Kadolek is flanking around and RG still holding. With Winch in support. Ariana now pushing onto B. Edgar's taking some more damage. RG as well. So endgame is bleeding more and more hit points. So far this is not looking good. They have the points, they have the caps, but they lost their HP advantage entirely. Loka now taking their first bit of damage here. Nico, Baron and Kadolek. But now Winch and RG are getting focused here. And it's not looking too good for them right now. Allison taking his first. And this is a back and forth now with the hit points. Ariana taking its first shot. Allison here being very aggressive against General. Both trading shots equally, but he has Lego and support. Kadolek here taking a huge amount. Orca coming to the rescue for RG here. And Winch as well. Kadolek now down. Is gonna get into C. And Baron here taking more. Baron is the target to get focused right now. Virgil now takes a shot as well. And Edgar here is getting pushed on. General will be the next one after Edgar has been taken care of. And the focus fire here from endgame just not quite there. Hit point advantage still for them, but they aren't in the positions to use that. Edgar here is in between everyone. Lego now pushing onto Ariana. Winch and Karolek have been taken care of. Edgar is now out. Survivor, Nico and Ariana on low HP. Ariana now going out in his FV. Orca is the target. Takes some more shots now. Allison still shooting into the back of Lego, who picks up Survivor. And it's gun advantage for endgame and hit point advantage for endgame. Lego now out of the fight. RG, he has to be careful. Nice Maxwell there. Into Virgil. Orca now picking him up. And Nico here actually attempting a cap. RG here might get down onto Nico. Misses his shot as well as Nico. And it's not looking too good. If they can get the cap points here, Loka might have a chance, but RG is there to pick up Nico. And win their third game in a row. Good save there from Orca, saving RG's but of the FV. And he is in the end top scorer here for endgame, 3.4k. Good damage spread on both teams. But the focus fire in the end push of Loka was a bit questionable. Nico there being a bit out of position as he got focused, and then Allison got ignored. as he has not a lot of hit points until the end. Ice 4. Not having the DPM really to chew through enemies quickly. So good target priority in the end here by endgame. Gaining themselves the third victory here. And Loka not looking too good right now. Has now changed up their lineup, going now with 1 Sheridan, double 140, once again double IS4, 1 E5 and 1 FV. And endgame here changing up a bit as well. Also going with double 140, 1 Sheridan, 1 FV, 1 E5 and double IS4. We see a mirror matchup here from both sides. So unless they have a different more HP, more armor layout, this will be very similar and all dependent on how they play, as this match is pretty well mirrored as well. It's quite symmetrical in a sense in terms of the locations on the map. And endgame here definitely with another leap of faith might be able to finish this up and clear down a second map from Loka. Not looking good, too good for them right now. They still have the chance to come back, but therefore they have to win some rounds here. They have to get themselves back together. And let's jump into the fourth game here on map number 2, which is Faust. Endgame leading 3-0 against Loka. And we do see a mirror match here with the same amount of hit points as well. So now it's all about tactics, strategies and personal skill. RG here acknowledging the same tanks. And let's just go straight up. And we already see that burdens here. Loka not deciding to go for A, whilst EG is doing that. Both teams getting the early caps here. And then having a bit of a giggle here. Cap is gonna go towards endgame here, as they have taken A pretty much. Loka is gonna reposition here. They're taking everything and repositioning around towards the A side. And endgame here is now drawing back a little bit. Has Orca, Edgar and RG here holding D. RG taking a shot again. Allison here with a solid HE. Ariana has been spotted. Bessie has seen him, and here comes a bit of a push from Loka. Karek and Nico have been seen. This spot. Good shot there from Spassy into Ariana. Allison has taken a bit of damage now as well. And Winch here is fighting off Nico. And it has been seen from both sides now. Missed rocket here from Ariana. Nico now coming in with his E5. Definitely gonna be of an advantage here against those 140s. Misses his first shot. Byron down there with an E5 as well. And it's not looking like anyone's game so far. Points going for endgame, but of course Cap A can be easily interrupted here by either Karolek or Baron. Already in for a short moment. RG and Allison there still fighting each other with HG. And so far Allison coming out on top here. And Loka kind of ganged up in this one corridor spot here. Now dragging back everything. It has been spotted here that they want to take B. Ariana is taking a shot. Karolek is taking a shot. Nico might eat one as well from those 140s. And they will cap B. Push here coming in from Allison as well now from onto RG. General now taking quite a bit of damage. Whilst repositioning. Karolek here trying a shot. Edgar pushing onto Nico very aggressively. Has to be careful. Ariana now in D. Stopping the points that endgame is getting. Nico there getting tracked out in the open. Orca here trying a shot onto Allison. HP is looking very good for endgame here. With a nearly 2000 HP advantage. Points is still okay. Nicola here now kind of alone there, trying to hunt down 3 heavy tanks. Nico is now out. And RG here has been backed off. Allison is out of this fight. Edgar will fall here to those 4 tanks. Orca now the next one to be focused. As well as Baron here from Loka is now out. Winch is very low. Missing a shot. Ariana is now out in his Sheridan. And this is gonna be Endgame's game once more. Hit points now double of that from Loka. Clear tank advantage. Clear focus fire. The push there onto B from Loka just not working out. Endgame responding really quick with a really good rotation. Really good focus fire. And they win on points. So Loka here just not an answer currently to the game of Endgame. Not quite sure if they can come back from this. Endgame now on match point here. Looking to take this one home immediately. Spessy here doing top damage together with Orca. Karolek here the only one able to score 2000. And it's really not looking good for Loka so far. They still have the chance. They just need to get themselves together. And now win back to back 4 games. To draw it to tiebreaker. So let's have a look how they will play on this map here, which is Port Bay. We've seen a lot of pushes now, more on A and B focused rather than C, which was usually what you would see in the old lineups that were played before the heavy tank buff. But we still might see some, probably with E5s or 113s. We will see Shardons, Mouses, daily of IS4s are pretty much always there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. It is match point here for Endgame. And none teams are quite ready yet. Endgame here the first with double mouse, a grill. Interesting pick. We see 1 IS4, double E5 and a Sheridan here from Spessy. Whilst Loka is going for 62A STB, so already more mobile, with a Sheridan, double mouse and double IS4. I think the lineup here is generally better from Loka, but let's be surprised and see how both teams will play on the third map here of this match. It's Loka versus Endgame leading 4-0 here. Loka needs to win if they want to get the chance to play against Legion in the grand finals tomorrow. If that does not happen, then we will see Legion play once again versus Endgame here, with so far a very strong performance. And let's see how the potentially last game is going to be played out. We see an instant mouse maneuver here into the middle. And a girl from RG looking to set up a sniping position. Endgame going for a more CB approach. Whilst Loka is looking to do the same, but a bit more aggressive. Survivor here has been spotted, F-Jack has been spotted, Orca here already taking some damage in his E5. And C has been reset, Spessy here might be able to put a rocket into Nika. And push here, coming from General into A. F now taking some damage as well. C probably getting kept. General now has been reset from Rico. Hit points now in favor of Loka. Winch here very aggressive with his mouse. Has found Allison. And it's not looking too good here. F and Orca pretty much constantly spotted. Positional advantage here for Endgame, for Loka. And Jenner here just not able to cap A as he wants to. Keeps getting reset. Winch now taking a shot. Rashford going really aggressively into B. Parallax, they're getting a nice HE reset, and Survivor then backing him up as well. Rashford now in a crossfire, playing this very recklessly. Going super aggressive with near to no backup. And is gonna get farmed here by those mediums from up top. Not quite sure what this move was supposed to be. Alisson here as well, able to just back up and put Rashford down of his quite aggressive play here. Is taking a shot from Alisson now. And Loka here starting to regroup and reposition. Rashford just pushing straight in. And endgame shots just not panning. Rashford is already out very early on with his mouse. And a slight push here coming in from endgame onto Nico. Excuse the lags. But Loka here immediately responding, coming in with all of their tanks. Already now 4000 HP lead, they are leading in points, they have a gun advantage. Survivor here taking a shot from RG. And Orca and F are gonna get focused. RG here very low on hit points. RG out of this game. Spessy here trying to be aggressive. And this is gonna be Loka's game here. Already down up double the hit points. And there's just nothing that endgame can do. It started with Orca and F being perma spotted. And it just went down horribly with Rashford's push. Not quite sure why that happened. And maybe this is the game that Loka needed here to come back and win themselves a game. Winning here on Port Bay. Making the score 1-4. Really good performance here from Loka. Very few mistakes as well. Rashford and Spessy here not able to do any damage. Quite a questionable play from Rashford. Huge misplay. Not sure what that plan was. And the light of Loka. The hope here shining high again. And going with a lot of Russian heavy tanks, it seems. Endgame has finalized their lineup, going with 2 Mouses, 2 Ice Force, 1-1-1-3, RG in the 268, and Spessy again in his Sharon. And Loka here with double Sheridan, triple Ice 4, quadruple Ice 4, and 1 STB. So both very strong lineups so far. HP advantage probably gonna go to endgame here with those 2 Mouses, but DPM might be in favor of Loka. Especially firepower on side of endgame though, with that 268, definitely packs a punch. Just 30 seconds left here. Loka with a good comeback so far. They do know how to play on Port Bay, clearly. But endgame just with really not a good play here. Maybe not quite damn right. See a lot of IS4s in this game from Loka, 4 in total. And again an STB here, this time from Alisson. Switching from a mouse to an STB. Definitely more mobile. And let's jump straight into match number 6 on map number 3. Loka here score 1-4 against endgame, who are still on match point. And the hit points are a slightly bit in favor of endgame here. By 800, which is about 2 shots on average. And we see a very aggressive push here onto C by Loka. And endgame again going for an A and B. move here, and Spessy with a very interesting move up. And instantly gets focused here by Karolek, and Ariana takes 2 shots, gets punished. Is able to put one back into Karolek, but it's not looking good for Spessy here. Baron not quite the angle. And the rockets here coming in onto F, not quite connecting. Winch and Orca now both in A, Rashford again in the middle. And Spessy here is falling back, RG backing up the middle. And General and F here just gonna spot, not able to reset. And Rico and Nico are gonna cap C. Rocket here now coming in, misses once again. They are trying to put some pressure onto those ice fours, but so far nothing has happened. Winch here and Orca both falling back again from A. Rashford here trying some blind shots. And those 2 ice fours here from Loka being very passive. Allison here up top overlooking partially B. He's getting spotted here from Rashford as well. Karolek here just not able to hit his rockets, as well as Ariana. RG not in the best position either. And Spessy here has to be really careful. That play at the start of the game really punished him hard. Nico here now very aggressive on F. We might see a push onto those 2 IS4s here. F here the first one to take a bit of damage from those heavies. Survivor there. With Baron has been seen and Baron taking his first shot. Those IS4s you have to be careful. Those Sheridans now can rain death upon them. Rashford here spotting both IS4s. General here drawing back Nico quite a bit. Not wanting to push over too far. And Loka is drawing back their Sheridans. Plan seems to be A here. Rico has been seen by F. And Rashford is getting spotted here. Good trade against Allison. Getting a bounce in return. And those 2 Sheridans of Loka here are gonna get straight into A. Entirely undetected. Winch now has been spotted. Spessy here flanking around. Is gonna see Karolek here. Actually sees each other. Good shot there from Spessy. Into Karolek. Winch here now is gonna move on sideways. Might be able to just reset Ariana here. Allison taking another one from Rashford. Being overly aggressive here. Winch coming in. Sets Ariana on fire. Very good shot there. And gets to draw him out of A. But now Loka does have the cap advantage here. They were just able to stop endgame getting points for long enough. So that they are in a point lead here. And it seems to be the push coming onto two ice fours now. Allison getting aggressive. As well as Nico and Rico. Rashford now pushing straight onto B. Realizing that they are behind on points. Baron taking a shot. Orca here. Backing up a little bit. And HP is in favor of endgame here. And now have gotten B. Ariana is back in A. General here taking quite a bit of damage, and Spessy gets picked up by Ariana here. Rico taking a huge amount. Nico getting focused as well. And this is quite the clash here. Points are just ticking against endgame now. F here. Not able to pick up Rico. Trying the HC. General has to put another shot in. F now is getting double tapped here by Nico and Baron. He will not survive this. Karolek here. Trying to run. Nico is now out. Points are still ticking. Rashford here trying to hold back Ariana. RG is down to a one shot. And this is Loka's game. If they can get RG. And this is gonna be won by points. Very good performance here from Loka. Getting A once again, Spessy then not able to reset that. And being just overly aggressive at the start as well, gets punished, got punished again in the end. Got picked up by Ariana. Really good cap management here with the points. And it's just not working out. Port Bay doesn't seem to be the map for endgame here. Loka able to get that map entirely. We're now going to map number 4, which will be Rockfield. And we haven't seen this one too often, so I don't actually quite remember the matches that we saw on this map, but usually it revolved around getting A and B. C has kind of been neglected lately, or if they tried it didn't work out. And I'm expecting to see some hold down heavies here, 113s, FVs, IS4s, maybe a one mouse in the middle around B, maybe in an E100. We have seen those before. Sheridan's here clearly. We might see some mediums like a 140 or T22, maybe even a 62A. But let's just stop the fear of crafting and look at what the teams are playing. And Loka here is going with 268, double 140, double E5, and double IS4. And endgame going with triple IS4, one Sheridan, double 140, and a 268 as well. So going with pretty similar lineups here. Not going for E5s, but rather than that, one Sheridan and one extra IS4. So the lineups are quite similar, but I think HP advantage will be for endgame. I'm actually not quite sure. Lineups here pretty damn similar. And Loka here with 300 extra hit points. Looking to end this match. Or not let this end right here. Score now 2-4. First match now. On map number 4. Oakfield here. Not seen too often, but when you see it, it's usually quite intense in terms of caps. Arlek here, quite passively spotting. Onto C, and all doing the same. Baron here has been spotted already by F. And Allison and Survivor here slowly moving towards A. Rocket here nearly hits Ariana. Good. Blind shot there. Lego, Nico, and F now been spotted. The 140s of in-game here have drawn back quite far, as Loka is more focused on C. Nikolai here being very aggressive. And Survivor here taking a good rocket from F. Looping around. Karolek taking the first share of damage. General and Winch here denying that C cap. Nico now taking a shot as well from Winch. A has been capped by Nicola. And C again, another attempt here from Karolek. The 140s of endgame have drawn back, so he will get this base. Also quite safe here. Got spotted once again and takes another shot here. Winch with a good pickup there on damage. But they are still quite similar here. 3 tanks of blood so far from Loka. 1 from endgame. F here being very persistent with his rockets. Rico now has been seen as well back there. And here comes a shot from F, not quite able to hit it. And the objects here grouping up again. General now has been spotted. Has to be careful not to take a shot there from Ariana, being very aggressive as well. Winch here holding on. And Orca just trying so far. Have not seen him deliver a shot just yet. Being very passive as well. Does not want to get spot out. And Survivor here making his way into A. Edgar here not able to reset, is attempting it with an HE, but was unable to. Push here coming from endgame onto C with Winch, with General and F. Loka here has drawn back, but they still have Nico and Karolek. And they might be able to reset it, but don't seem to be able to. Points still in favor of endgame. Very quick reaction there. Loka stealing the cap and then endgame doing the same. And Lego here with a very interesting position. Should Loka push, he is gonna be a key position here. Good shot into Survivor. Has seen that really nicely. Is gonna push back into A here. And will actually cap it. And Loka here pushing back onto C. So it is a back and forth with points here. And Ariana here taking his first share of damage as well. Push now coming in onto C here from Loka. Getting more and more damage. Winch has to be careful. He took quite a bit. General taking his first from Nico. Baron here pushing the 140s away from their position. Orca now repositioning as well. Doesn't want to get spotted. Allison and Survivor here getting pushed back from endgame. And those 140s here bleeding quite a lot of hit points. But drawing back everything and grouping up with the rest here. Orca now giving them fire support. Allison here encountering those two 140s. Survivor's down to 100 hit points. He will get picked up very soon. General is out of this game. Winch here now down to a one shot. Hit points in advantage for Loka here. Orca being very aggressive. Misses the shot onto Ariana. Winch now out. And it's not looking good for endgame. They lost both their mediums. Most of their DPM is gone. Edgar here has to be careful not to overpeak. Puts a great shot into Allison. Nikolai here has to fall back a bit. Baron now pushing in into the side. And Orca here delivering a good shot. Will get focused next though from Loka. That 268 should not be allowed to stay alive for too long. Rico here taking the shot. Nico now coming in as well with Baron. And Lego just trying to shield as much as he can. Nicola pushing onto Allison. And Orca is out. Edgar now coming in support. F here pushing onto Ariana. And Lego the next one to get focused here. And this seems to be Loka's game. They have HP advantage. They will have the gun advantage here. Lego now out. Nicola down to very low hit points as well. Rocket coming in from F here. Not able to pen Rico. Push coming in onto Nicola here. Baron not able to pen a shot. Neither is Karolek. Edgar here taking one more. Baron now taking quite a bit of damage. Nicola here will die to Baron. And Loka is gonna win on points, so they are making quite the comeback. F here is gonna push in, but to no avail, as Loka wins a third game back to back. With a really good comeback here. Endgame just not able to really do the job. Orca, General and Winch dying quite early there, not able to do the delivery that they should have done. F here doing a good 4,000, but that doesn't matter if you just can't kill your enemies quick enough. Really well played here, really good rotations from Loka over and over again. Finally pushing over C, being very aggressively against those 140s, picking them up very early on as well. Not looking good for endgame here. Nearly down to a tiebreaker. Loka needs to do one more victory here. And this is game. And Loka here now going with another 268 from Ariana. We have double IS4, double E5 and double 140 once again. So I don't think there was a lineup change. Endgame here. Now going with triple IS4 it seems. double E5 and double Sheridan, so no mediums this time. But going for an extra Sheridan again. Nikona not quite ready just yet. And we do see some 1-1-3s here from endgame, so more DPM. Only going with one IS-4. So DPM and overall firepower definitely on endgame side. HP will be in favor of Locato, I'm assuming. Though I might be entirely wrong there. And let's have a look at the map. Rockfield here, match 2 on said map. Still match point for endgame. Loca here, if they can win another one, they will draw this to the tiebreaker. And hit points are quite even. But endgame a bit above. And let's have a look if Loca can turn around one more game, or if endgame is able to shut them down before that will happen. Arlek here with a very interesting spotting location. Winch spotting C, but not spotting anything just yet. We do see Ariana here taking his adrenaline already. Focus again is on A here. Very passive play so far from Loca. Rocket here bouncing on Nico. Enrico has been spotted by Winch. Nicola now is in A, so they will get a cap advantage here. And Loca so far very passive. Looking to rotate around here. Nico is now drawing back. Push seems to come on to C. Winch is not seeing this. Rico here very aggressive with Baron. They will get C. Even if Winch is able to react to this. Is actually using his adrenaline here. Puts a great HE in for 300. Did not get spotted. And Orca here with a very obscure location. Together with Lego. Ariana here has been spotted. By Spessy. Has to be careful. Baron here now has been seen as well. I'm not sure who, but Orca and Lego here holding back, trying some blind shots onto Ariana's last known location. And Spessy here just attempting rocket after rocket. Really has shown some great skill with that. The 140s here now from Loca unlocating once again back around the map through the spawn. Behind Ariana, behind Allison and Survivor. And not a lot yet has happened. And there seems to be a move being prepared here with double eyes for double 140. Allison here actually going up and over. And going into the counter spot for Spessy here. Nicola not able to spot this. Edgar has been seen. Pushing down. Winch, now being aggressive against C again, will get seen by Rico here if he isn't careful. Allison now seen from Nicola and vice versa. Survivor now is gonna push in onto A. He wants to get that cap. Takes the rocket from Spessy as well. And they will get a cap advantage here. Winch now is gonna push onto C. Edgar is on B. Spessy here is relocating. Orca and Lego now backing up Winch. And it's like endgame has read what Loca's plan was. Rico here is taking some fair share of damage now. Takes another one from Winch. And Loca here not able to just make the push. Edgar here will get side shots from Nico. Allison now pushing and leading the charge onto Nicola in general here. They will get focused down. Survivor here is the target to get focused. Baron here shielding Survivor quite nicely. Karolek now pushing onto General as well. push here coming in from those e5s from the Sheridans. Rico is out. Ariana, the next one to get focused. Nicola here is down to 400. General shooting the 140 here, trying to take out DPM as much as he can. Allison picking up Nicola there together with Baron. General here will die. And points are looking very good for endgame so far. Push is gonna come in on to B here from Loka. Spacey here, very aggressive. Karlek taking a huge amount. Allison taking a good rocket there from Winch. And the fight for B is starting. Nico here taking more. Orca gets focused. Spacey here coming in very aggressively. Misses its shot. Orca is out. Points are still ticking. One more kill might end this game here immediately. Edgar just attempting to block that cap. Karlek is out and it's game. Endgame wins this round here with a very close fight. Very good decision, very strong push there onto the 268, onto Rico. And Endgame winning here, stopping the winning streak from Loka. Very strong performance by both teams. But it seems to be that Loka will be out of this, is now technically third place. And we will see Legion play off against Endgame for a third time. First time going to tiebreaker and Legion winning thanks to a boost on Neville Frontier against Endgame, denying a cap for a very long time. Then Legion winning in the upper bracket finals here. I'm nearly going to tiebreaker 5-3. And are gonna meet them again in this best of 9 for Vineyards, Black Gold Rule, Dynasties, Neville Frontier and New Bay. So this will be covered by Amunet. She will be commentating on Wargaming's official YouTube channel. That will be the coin stream. And Rip will stream it in German on his channel, the same game. So it will be covered twice. Me and Fujit are out, we won't be streaming that tournament. And yeah, that game will happen tomorrow, as you can see the timer here. In 22 hours that game will happen. And this basically has been it for today. It was some really intense matches, really great matches as well. And yeah, generally I just hope you enjoyed this for me last spring season tournament. I really enjoyed the ride. I really enjoyed to commentate on these games. I'd like to know your feedback in general across all streams. I know that the quality hasn't really been that good. That's due to my internet and setup being both quite bad. So apologies to that once again. I will try to get it better as soon as possible. But yeah, I would like to hear your opinions about my commentating overall. Maybe leave me a message in my PM or in-game, or maybe even just in the comment section. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and see you all again next time. Bye bye.